Hello and good afternoon, fam. Sorry for the delay. It was supposed to be 2:30. I'm a little late. Having some dog issues. And by dog issues, I mean I was distracted. But, it's easy to blame it on them. How's everyone doing? Good afternoon, dudes, ladies, non-binary people. Thank you. Hello, Brandon. Good afternoon, everybody. Just woke up, coffee, breakfast, nice. Sounds like a nice Sunday. You know what I mean? Sounds like a nice Sunday. See, I'm not going to have a chill Sunday because the reason why I put mini stream, why it's going to be a much shorter stream, is because guess why? Guess what I'm going to tonight? I was hoping it would be later so I could do the whole stream and then go to this event later, but it starts at 5, so. All right. Guess what event I'm going to tonight? It has to do with a politician. No, it's not a concert. It's a political event. No, I'm not going to an AOC. All right, I'll just tell you. It's for oh my gosh, why am I blanking on his name? What do you mean am I going to talk about Trump denying due process for non-citizens? I talk about that all the time. Yes, you got it. Donald, you got it. Good guess. Yes, I'm going to the Zohran Mamdani political event tonight. He's running for office. He's running for mayor. He's a candidate for mayor. I don't think Zohran Mamdani is Arab. I don't think he is Arab. I actually think he might be East Asian, right? Actually, let me look that up. I don't know. Zohran Mamdani. Yeah, he's Indian. So Southeast Asian, right? Isn't Southeast Asian Indian? He was born to a family of Indian parentage, Kampala, Uganda. Wait, I thought Uganda was in Africa. Oh, Indian parentage, meaning his parents are Indian, but he was born in Uganda. Got it. He's the son of an Indian filmmaker, Miran Nair, an Indian-born Ugandan academic, Mahmoud Mamdani. His father, Mahmoud, is a Columbia University professor who studies colonialism. That's really funny. Did they fire? I'm surprised they didn't fire him during the protests. Hey, Johan, how's it going? Congestion pricing is good. Congestion pricing is awesome, actually. It literally is supposed to be a way. Oh, South Asian, sorry. It's supposed to be a way to actually make it so that bridge and tunnelers and people who don't even live in our city can actually start contributing. I'm tired of us having to pay for them. Like they should pay. Okay. No, I'm not. I'm not going to. And you know what? Hi, welcome, Omar. Thank you for joining the live. You know what? I just realized it. Never mind. Forget everything I just said. I can't go. I just forgot that I had a doctor appointment tonight. Never mind. Forget it. Exit. Forget my excitement. I have a doctor appointment tonight. Maybe I can go to a different one. Maybe I can go to a different event. No, I know. I forgot. Embarrassing. I forgot. I have a doctor appointment that I can't change tonight at 5:30. So never mind. But you know what? He's going to do a lot more events. I can go to more events. He's going to do more. I'm sure he'll do one in like Manhattan next week. Anyway, what are you guys up to? How's everybody doing? You know what I'm going to try to do? I am going to try to go to one of his events that I think is in 2 weeks. It might be in Queens. I think there's an event. Hold on. Who has the event schedule? Anybody know? Yeah, I want to try to ambush him so that he'll have to answer my questions. But you know what? I want to try to ambush him so he can answer some of my questions. But yeah, I just remembered that. I can't go tonight. I can't go tonight. I can't miss this doctor appointment. Some of these doctor appointments I have to go to. You know what I mean? This is for the dentist specifically. Can't miss my dentist appointments, folks. Especially since I'm in a lot of pain. Oh, that's so nice. That's so nice, Avza. Thank you. And thank you, Johan, for shouting out the support channels and ways that people can support me. It will still be a mini stream today because unfortunately I was gonna go to the Mondami event. Then I just remembered that I actually have a dentist appointment at 5:30 that I can't miss. So never mind. I'll have to go to a different event of his some other time, maybe in Queens. Yeah. You know what? I'm not very good about putting shit on my calendar, on my Google Calendar. I really need to get better about that. And that just reminded me that I was going to ask somebody if they had tickets to something I wanted to go to, and now I don't know if they do. Bro. Make sure to like the stream, everybody, please. Oh, yeah, I posted a video about that because people were actually kind of giving me shit about the fact that I covered the debates and that I was talking about Ethan and criticizing him in the debate. And I was like, the left does that all the time, and it's kind of annoying. Did anybody else watch it? Yeah, people on the left were criticizing me. Like they were saying like it wasn't like huge. I don't want to over dramatize it, but it was like there were people that left comments on my videos being like, "Why are you even talking about Ethan? Like he sucks and we've got bigger things to talk about that are more important and don't bother." Like shit like that I think is really not helpful and kind of like dumb because it actually matters a lot. It matters a lot. First of all, when people say things like, we have bigger fish to fry, are you implying that we can't do all those things at once? I'm a communicator. I talk about this shit. Are you saying that I can't boycott and I can't harass my lawmakers, and I can't protest and make commentary, which is what I do on political topics, and call out their lies and their Hasbara and propaganda. Like, it's just weird when people act like it can't both be done. Like, oh, like, being like people who act like it both can't be done. Like, oh, well, we should be focusing on, we can focus on both. And actually, communication and debunking their lies and their propaganda is really fucking important. It's really important. They don't spend hundreds of millions of dollars on their Hasbara for nothing, for no reason, if they didn't think it was important. Especially since the video that people were criticizing that on was me debunking their atrocity propaganda hoaxes and their mass rape hoaxes from October 7th. That's a fucking important thing to debunk. We know that it's a lie. And yet Ethan Decline gets on this stream with Hassan and repeats it over and over again. Thank you. Yeah, I think I told you guys this, but tomorrow is my 10-year or 15-year, 15-year anniversary of, wow. That's so crazy. It went by so fast. 15-year anniversary tomorrow of living in New York. I moved here May 5th, 2010. Saw your video about Greg Abbott. See, that's my point, LA Fields, and I'm glad that you mentioned that. Thank you. Is that I feel like a lot of times when we say it doesn't matter, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Even if they don't do anything right now, it's about planting seeds and making your voices heard. The reason why there are so many BDS laws around the country is because nobody objected to it. Nobody objected to it. They just kind of let them go in. And even if at first they don't do anything, it is important to make your voice heard. It is important to voice your objections. It is important to let them know at least how you feel, even if you know they're not going to do anything about it at the time. Like, I think a lot of us knew the Biden administration wasn't going to, do what we wanted them to do as far as like an arms embargo, but we still were encouraging people to protest them and to email their senators and their Congress people, because it's important to get that shit also. It's important to make your voice heard. It's important to get that shit on the record. It's important to challenge them, make your voice heard, get that shit on the record, because again, like, it's about planting seeds. In fact, I encourage people to do that right now, because tomorrow Congress is going to vote on a bill that is criminalizing boycotting Israel, a national bill. Okay. There are anti-BDS laws all over the country in many states, but they're literally trying to criminalize. Hold on. Let me pull up the thing I saw today from Thomas Massey saying he wasn't going to vote for it. They're trying to criminalize boycotting the Israeli regime nationally. And they're trying to do so by making it illegal with fines up to $1 million and a punishment of to 20 years in prison. Are people really going to try to tell me that that doesn't matter? The House will vote on Monday on H.R. 867, the IGO Anti-Boycott Act, sponsored by Representative Mike Lawler, because, of course, that's all he does is shill for Israel. For Americans participating in boycotts of Israel or its settlements, if these boycotts are endorsed by the international bodies like the UN or the EU. So they're trying to make it so that if you protest or boycott the Israeli regime, you can face a fine up to $1 million and a prison sentence up to 20 years. First of all, this is blatantly unconstitutional. They are not fucking allowed to make a law telling us that we can't boycott anybody we want. Okay? That's number one. Number two, what is this insanity? Really? You're going to try to make it a fucking illegal for us to fucking boycott, or else you're going to put us in jail? No, this is something that like people cannot just not do anything about. Like, this is the kind of thing that why I hate when people say like, it does, LOL, nothing matters, don't bother, don't try. It's like, okay, I totally understand people feeling that way because our country is so corrupt, right? Like, I get it. Our country is incredibly corrupt. It's very disheartening to know that our country is really, really corrupt and they don't care what we think, right? They don't care what we think. They're really corrupt. That doesn't mean you still don't fight. It doesn't mean you still don't try. Everyone should be contacting the representatives about this. I'm going to be tweeting about this all fucking day, contacting my loser representative and my loser senators. I don't know if it's going to make it to the Senate. I don't think my representative is going to vote for it. She's not that stupid. But I'm still going to call her. I'm still going to email. I'm still going to tweet at her. Even if we don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. Like, even if we don't think it's going to be that big of a deal, like, you need to try. You need to make your voices heard. We're just going to sit back and let AIPAC take control of everything? Like, nah. Hello, Boney. How you doing, everybody? Also, I thought it was so telling that all the responses to Thomas Massie and even Marjorie Taylor Greene saying they weren't going to vote for it was that little shitty Doge AI bot that's basically like just does propaganda for Israel, going into each comment and like it's an AI bot, but it's programmed in such a way, even though it has an American flag behind it, Lamau. So even though it has an American flag behind it, it is designed in such a way where it seems to be programmed on behalf of the Israeli regime. And it's literally going into people's comments and fighting with them as to why we should support this garbage bill. Like, they're literally in people's comments, Doge AI with an American flag behind them, telling people and fighting with them as to why they should support this trash, this unconstitutional bill. Thank you, Boney. Join us on Twitch. Yes, thank you. That's what I love to see. My Twitch people. Mm. Once it's written into law. Yeah, but again, it doesn't mean that we don't make noise. Doesn't mean that you don't make noise about it. I'm not just going to like sit there and be like, "Oh yeah, well, I think it's going to pass." So anyway, it's like, "No, I'm going to make a big deal." Thank you, Johan. Oh, I ordered some. That's so cute. I love that little emoticon. It's very cute. Okay, so if he's your congressman, that is a perfect example of why actually it does matter, and you should be tweeting at him, and you should be calling his office, and you should be, if you don't want to call, because I get some people get anxiety about calling, email his office, tweet at him, and make a big deal about it, because he did not win by much. Okay. His district, I'm forgetting her name, something Lou, almost won that district by just a little bit. One of the only reasons why he won is because he had so much money. But he's a piece of shit in an APAC shell, okay? Fucking psycho Zionist. And he did not win by much. In his primary, he barely beat the progressive who is pro-Palestine in that primary. So that is a perfect example as to why, especially in districts like that one, it matters. Like, you should be up his ass being like, don't you fucking dare. And sharing it with your friends, sharing with your friends, sharing with your neighbors, people that you know who live in your district, to be like, this is what this guy's planning on doing. Because I'm sure you're right. He's such a shill. I'm sure he will vote for it. But what I'm saying is, you guys need to make it clear that you don't consent to it and that there's going to be consequences. Like, that's the whole point. Is he probably going to vote for it? Yeah, he's a fucking shill, an APAC shill. However, you should scare him. You guys should make him scared. Like, you should let him know there's going to be consequences to that you're not okay with it. Especially since he barely won in that primary. It was not a blowout by any measure. Oh, I keep forgetting to charge my phone. Yeah, for real. It actually is unironically treasonous. Like, it's so unconstitutional. What do you mean you're trying to vote to make it illegal for us to be able to boycott? Like, that's not legal. You can't do that. Peerless entity. Consequences sounds like terrorism. Apparently, you don't know what a democracy is or what voting is. Okay? He's an elected representative. And by consequences, we specifically mean his ass needs to be voted out in the next primary. Hence why I talked about the fact that he barely won his own primary. Like, if you're going to be a clown, why are you here? If you're going to be a right-wing troll, why are you here? Go to somebody else's chat. Go watch Ben Shapiro. Go in his chat and let him do Israeli propaganda for you. Like, you're clearly in the wrong place. Yeah, but part of that is also, I feel like it's hard to try to explain to people because I understand that it's both, and I think a lot of people struggle to see that it's both. It is true that our politicians are incredibly fucking corrupt, and we've this system now where they're kind of like walled off from accountability to the voters. And that's why they love Trump doing executive orders, because they don't want to have to vote. Like, Republicans don't want to have to vote for unpopular shit that Trump is doing, so they want the executive orders and shit like that. But there is an element of it that is on us. Like, because tell me why half of Congress are millionaires, multimillionaires, okay? When most of them go in not. Because they do insider trading. They're corrupt as fuck. They do insider trading. Okay, well, why? Because nobody pushes back on it. Nobody demands any better. Like, that's the part where I feel like we need to take responsibility as voters. You know what I mean? Like, I think two things can be true at once, and they both are. A, it is incredibly difficult to challenge our system because it is so corrupt, and it gets more entrenched in its corruption every year, right? our country, our system is incredibly corrupt, and it gets more entrenched with more corruption every fucking year, right? That is true. That is true. It is also true, though, that we do have a responsibility as voters. What have we collectively done to get them to stop allowing insider trading? Nothing. We haven't done anything. In fact, most Democrats are more committed to simping for their politicians like they're celebrities than they are holding them accountable. More Democrats and Republicans, obviously, I think that should go without saying, are more interested in caping for their politicians and treating them as celebrities than they are at holding them accountable. But you... No, that's true. But what I'm saying is nobody is pushing them for it. Where is the outcry from anyone in the Democrat or Republican Party to be like, why are you hoes trading stocks? This shit ought to be illegal. You know? So, like I said, it's both. I think that, yes, Americans do have an uphill battle because we have an incredibly corrupt system that has become more and more corrupt over time. The longer Citizens United has been in place, the more they're corrupt, it breeds even more corruption, So that is definitely part of it. And it is a challenge. I'm not saying it's not. And we know that they answer to their donors and they answer to Israel and they answer not to us. But again, there is an element of it that is on us that we need to take responsibility for. And that is we don't demand enough of them. We don't demand enough of them. Like I said, way too many Republicans and Democrats are more in the business of defending their celebrity politician that they treat like they're some fucking person to be worshipped rather than somebody to hold accountable. Why aren't more people demanding that they ban stock trading? That would be an easy thing to do because it's not like money in politics in general, something like Citizens United, which is going to be a lot harder and a lot more of an uphill battle because, as I said, it's already been entrenched. It's already the level of money and corruption that has been spawned from Citizens United. The level of corruption, rot, and dark money that's been spawned in Citizens United is going to be a lot harder to overcome. And it's going to have to be done through a constitutional amendment. So, yeah, that is going to be a way bigger challenge. Constitutional amendment to overturn Citizens United and get money out of politics, way bigger thing. Banning them from trading stocks, that's like a bill. Like that's not that they didn't make that an amendment, like a constitutional amendment. Like Americans could come together and get that shit banned. Mm. I don't know what you mean by blackmail. Oh wait, where'd it go? I don't know what you mean by blackmail, but I think it's a lot more simple than that. I think that she has just risen in the party because people like her and um she's a talented politician. And the reason why she hasn't been totally taken down by the Democratic establishment is because she's been willing to play ball and capitulate and kind of absorb herself into the establishment. Let's not forget, she was palling around with Joe Biden and their Ray-Bans or whatever, their aviators. No, I don't because I don't really identify as anything. Oh, were you not talking to me? I don't really identify as anything. No, you can hang a seer if you're a Democrat, that's fine. The only thing we don't welcome is Zionists. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. That's not true. There's a lot of people I don't welcome here. I don't welcome people who are going to be openly racist or transphobic or um, psychotically like genocidal, like anything like that. If you're open and you're, open for conversation and open to learn or have your mind changed or have a dialogue, then you can hang. Even actually, if you're a Zionist, but you're willing to listen and have a conversation and maybe have your mind changed, you can hang too. Yeah, by ruckus, she meant endorsing Joe Biden while he was committing genocide. Even put up with me for a long time. Hey, that's true. I have put up with you, Brian. I do. I'm fine with it as long as you're respectful and you're willing to have a conversation. Then you can hang. I just am like people who are like bad faith that come in that are just like looking to like be fucking obnoxious and troll and they don't want to talk and like whatever. Those are the people. Like the person I was mentioning earlier, I highlighted their comment earlier. I think that they're a troll. I don't think that they actually like want to have a conversation, listen, have their mind changed, discuss things. Like I just think they came in to troll. It's all about intention. You know what I mean? Uh I like your jokes, theater. Hey, Shoab. Thanks, Johan. Yes. Oh, yeah. Speaking of base, do you guys want to see my shirt? I'm so. You know what's so funny? Thank you for saying that, bringing up leftist mafia, because there was this Zionist the other day that was in my comments trying to do pearl clutching and tagging um oh shit, he was tagging, why am I blanking on his name? Matt Binder. He was tagging Matt Binder and being like, did you know Blakely is a Holocaust denier and a bigot and anti-Semitic and hangs around and pals around and defends Nazis? Did you know that? You let Blakely on leftist mafia. What do you think about that, Matt Binder? Like it was so embarrassing. Like what he was, it was so embarrassing. Um, it was funny. It was funny because it was really embarrassing. It was a typical Zionists are the biggest Karens. They really are. Zionists are the biggest Karens. We joke about Karens. We talk about Karens. We talk about cancel culture, whatever. There is no one that is bigger on cancel culture, that is a bigger Karen, that is a bigger hall monitor, that is a bigger call the manager than Zionists. They are always crying. They're always trying to get people fired from their jobs. They're always trying to get people deplatformed and canceled. They're such fucking Karens. Like it's amazing. And that's what he was trying to do. And it was really pathetic. That's why, like, I always encourage people never to, and I will continue to, never to capitulate to their framing. Because I think that a lot of people on the left get upset when people accuse them of being racist and Nazis, Islamophobe, sexist, transphobic, whatever, because we care about those issues. So I think that it triggers people on the left a lot more than it triggers people on the right, because a lot of people on the right don't care or they really are those things. So they're like, I don't give a shit. They're like out and proud about it. But I feel like a lot of people on the left get very triggered when they're called anti-Semitic or when they're called this because they don't want to, they care about those things. So I always encourage people to stop letting people um, bully you into not taking true positions because you're afraid of being called names. You know what I mean? Because that is how they bully the left a lot. That is how they bully liberals a lot, by accusing them of those smears in order to get them to consent to what you want. So like that guy who's trying to, scare me or bully me by tagging Matt Binder and being like, Blakely pals around with Nazis and blah, 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 blah. Because I think the example he used was that I said that Nick Fuentes shouldn't be banned from Twitter because I believe in free speech, and I am completely absolutist when it comes to the fucking First Amendment, okay? And I'm not going to apologize for that. Get the fuck out of here. But also that I made a comment where I said that I don't think that right-wingers like Charlie Kirk and Ben Shapiro should be treated as more normal than Nick Fuentes. Because by doing that, and I stand on what the fuck I said, because it's true. Because my point was, when you just other people like Nick Fuentes and try to make it like he's somewhere outside of the bounds of reason, you do that while normalizing the white supremacy and Zionism and insanity of people and racism and bigotry of people like Charlie Kirk and Ben Shapiro. Why are Ben Shapiro and Charlie Kirk treated any better than Nick Fuentes? Why? They're supposedly less racist? Less transphobic? No, 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 no. So anyway, that's what this clown was trying to do. And I feel like a lot of people on the left would get really upset by that because he was saying, like, implying I was a Nazi, and would back down and apologize and slink away and say, oh no, 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 that's not what I was doing, and try to defend themselves. And I encourage people to not do that. Don't do that. Don't allow them to set the narrative. Don't allow them to try to bully you and to try to use the compassion that you have and the care that you have for marginalized communities and groups as a weapon against you to do what you want, because that's what they're trying to do, or to silence you. They're trying to use those things as a weapon to silence your dissent and silence your criticisms, and or get you to go along with their narrative and programming. And I don't consent. Okay? I don't consent. I do not consent to being told that I'm not allowed to criticize certain people, that I'm not allowed to hold politicians accountable, that I'm not allowed to say whatever the fuck I want to say, or else some Zionist Karen is going to come in and accuse me of being a Nazi. I do not consent to that framing, and neither should you. Stop allowing them to bully you. It said that you guys who are watching on X, are you having an issue? It said that there's an issue. Oh, you know what? Sorry, Boney. I forgot about this. I forgot. Instead of calling them that, I'm going to call them cryonists because they're always crying. Zarins and cryonists. Yeah, we'll just say Zarin or crionist. Douglas Murray is a perfect example of this in action. He is a perfect example of this in action. Pretending to care about free speech, pretending to be all for open dialogue and challenging the narrative. And then he went on Joe Rogan's show to cry for 45 minutes about how there needs to be more gatekeeping to protect the cryonists. Yeah, I saw people I literally know and am friends with were going out there to try to help them. It was insane. It's a fucking war crime. Wait, hold on. Why is the stream? Sorry, guys. Yeah, it's not. I'm trying to, I guess it froze. It wasn't working. Woohoo! That is so annoying. Why didn't I see it? I really see, this is what sucks. I'm gonna have to start leaving Twitch open as I do it because you guys know I stream through StreamYard, and StreamYard often doesn't show me. Oh, I see it now. StreamYard often will not show me the when you guys do anything. Like it'll show it like this. It's showing it like that, but it doesn't show me and thank you. Thank you for the cheers, Dawn. Thank you so much for the cheers. It often won't show it to me, so I don't see it. So because StreamYard doesn't have like a um it doesn't have the what would you call that? The integration? It doesn't have like the integration to where like a lot of times if something happens on Twitch, it won't show me like through StreamYard, which is like I have to stream through this platform so I can do it on multiple ones, which by the way, Twitch is not working. That annoys me so much though, because I want to be able to see it. All right. I'll just remove Twitter and we'll just do the rest on Rumble. Where you all combine Bonnie. Yes. Thank you for the cheer 150, Bodie. Yes, let's play it. Hold on. I gotta add Rumble. Because I've removed Twitter. Yeah, so what I'm trying to explain, I'm not doing it well, is that if I want to stream through multiple places at one time, which I do, I stream at multiple places at one time, then I can only see the comments and things people are doing through StreamYard. But StreamYard will show me all the comments like it's showing me your comment right now. But like if somebody does something cute on Twitch, like oftentimes sending bits or doing a cute hype train that has the cute like emojis and stuff, like it won't show it to me, which is really annoying. Or like these little like, let me like right here. Sorry, I'm sharing the stream now on Twitch. How you can see this thing that says Golden Kappa about to beat your last record. Keep up the support. Like all those like, and there's like all these cute little emoticons jumping. Like all that like cute shit that Twitch has, I can't see, which is annoying. The only way that I can do that is if I leave Twitch open the entire time. But if I leave Twitch open the entire time, then it starts to lag. Golden Kappa train. 100. What? Woo! Look at that. Look at all the confetti. Hype train. Wait, what is that photo? Oh my gosh, what was that emoji? Level 3 complete. I don't know what that means, but it's awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Yeah, so I have to open Twitch if I actually want to see these. I love that. That's an amazing emoji. Yes, is that a mouse with a chef hat? Yeah, so if I want to see it oftentimes, it looks like a mouse with a chef hat. That's so funny. If I want to see it oftentimes, like what you guys are doing, I have to actually open Twitch. But as you can see, it opens for some reason like 50 screens and then it starts to lag, which is really annoying. I know, which is annoying because I love the emojis on Twitch. The emoticons on Twitch or emotes, whatever. I don't know if they're different. Emotes, emoticons, emojis. What's the fucking difference? It's so, yes, pouring salt. That's amazing. I love those. I love those. I love all the cute, like that is one thing I love about Twitch is all the cute like emotes and emoticons and shit. They're so cute. So it's annoying that you can't see it a lot. Like I said, I have to open Twitch if I want to see it, which again is not a big deal if I do it for a little bit, right? Like if I open Twitch for a little bit, like I just did with you guys, like it's fine, but I can't. If I open Twitch for a little bit, like I just did with you guys, it's fine, but I can't leave it open. If I leave it open up on my stream, it'll lag. It starts to make my stream lag. So that's why I can't do it all the time. Does that make sense, Donald? Don? Does that make sense, Don? Yes. Is that a dinosaur? That's so cute. Oh my gosh. Yeah, yeah. So that's why. That's why actually, guys, if something happens on Twitch that's like fun, flag it to me. Like you guys did. So I saw it because you wrote like, I think Boney wrote hype train. So then I saw it and I was able to open it and see it. If you guys like tell me whatever. Do you guys like, okay, I forgot to show you guys my base shirt. Oh, thank you so much, Boney. Boney, thank you so much. Gifted 10 subs to randoms. Yes, join and follow on Twitch. There are almost 100 people watching on YouTube. Come to Twitch. Come to Twitch. But do subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube right now, do subscribe. Subscribe to my YouTube. It's free. So that we're at least get the sub numbers up. But now you can go to Twitch and get a free sub from Boney. Thank you. Hi. Hi, how's it going? Nice profile picture. Also want to give a special shout out to my amazing mods, Boney and Johan. You guys are amazing. I don't think Emily's on today. You guys, how cute does Eggy look in the background? Look at him. He's sleeping. It's so pathetic. Hello. I also encourage anyone who comes over to Twitch to add your own profile picture. It doesn't have to be you. It can be like it can be like Venom's who has a based profile picture, but I just like having it because guys, the reason why I like when you guys have profile pictures, whether it's you or whether it's like a funny one like Venom has, if you don't want your identity being known, is just because it makes me feel like I'm talking to people. It personalizes it more for me with you guys as opposed to like when it's just that it's like I don't know, it just feels more personal. You know what I mean? You could win at least. Hold on. Oh yeah, let me pull that up. There is at least. I'm gonna add Rumble to the remainder of the stream too.
In this room, there is a list.
Why is it so low?
This list, in Arabic, this list says we are in operation.
Gotta run it back now.
In this room, there is a list. This list, in Arabic, this list says we are in operation. The operation against Israel started in the 7th of October. This is a Guardian list where every terrorist writes his name and every terrorist has his own shift guarding the people that were here.
Shift. Amazing. Amazing. I love it so much. Wait, why is this? Why is it not letting me set up a new live stream on Rumble? Oh man, is my internet having issues again? This happened to me yesterday. My internet was moving so fucking slow. It like actually pissed me off. Wait, did we go to level 4? You can do raffles and polls and even bet bits on Twitch? You can? Points? Hold on, let's go back to Twitch. I want to see. Where is it? Yes. Okay. The Kappa emote is so funny. Who is that? Amazing. I know he does look so cute in the background. It's like so pathetic. I like Dawn though how on yours on Twitch you have all these cool like emojis near yours. First, founder, 2-month subscriber, VIP, number 1, bits leader 1. Nice. Old Bony Bird gifted a tier 1 sub to Commie Space Invader 1. Thank you. They've gifted 51 subs on this channel. Damn, Bony. That's so kind. Everybody, like, shout out to Bony Bird. Gifted 51 subs to this channel overall. Thank you so much, Bony Bird. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you guys all. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Boney. Yes, W Boney. Shout out to Boney. Yes, thank you. We love Boney. Amazing. So generous. Gifted 51 subs overall. Amazing mod. Yes, Boney W. Oh, I keep meaning to show you guys my shirt, okay? I've had this for years and I actually forgot I had it. Thankfully, I think that Bodhi is a guy. Otherwise, that might sound creepy. I don't look at it. All right, wait. Yes, thank you. Okay, I'm going to try to set up a add Rumble since for whatever reason Twitter isn't working. Let's use this. All right, I'm just adding Rumble. Yeah, for whatever reason, I got kicked off by Twitter, which is weird. Because usually there's not an issue with there's usually not an issue with streaming on Twitter. Oh, I didn't tell you guys. I think I told, or maybe I didn't tell you guys. I just lost my train of thought. Okay, yeah, you are. Well, that's good. I feel like if you were a woman, it would sound a little weird. Actually, I think when I don't look at my analytics often, but I think I did look at my analytics one day, and the majority of my audience and my communities everywhere, not just here, because they're different. They're different from my streaming numbers as they are on TikTok, as they are on Instagram. And it's funny because the majority, I think Instagram is the biggest one that I have a lot of women on. And it's like half and half. It's like half women, half men. For the most part, though, like most of my content, especially the streaming content, is men. I think it's like 70% of my community are men, and like 30% women, which actually doesn't surprise me that much because men dominate the online streaming space. Right, right. No, definitely. But it's like 30% women. I hear you. I totally understand why people do leave Twitter. I just feel like I'm not going to let any platform not be utilized. You know what I mean? Like, I totally understand why people don't want to be on it now. But for me, especially as a content creator and as somebody who makes a lot of political content, I'm not going to not use any avenue that I can. Look, is shaking. Oh my god. Meow. I get waggy. Him. Oh. Him. Come on. Is that not the cutest shit? Is that not the cutest shit? I know his little whimper. It's so pathetic. It's so cute. I know. Yes, I know. I You really do, Johan. I literally just read it. I'm not even exaggerating. They said that people who had pets live longer. They really are amazing companions. Oh, did you hear him? He was like, meh. Okay, I officially added Rumble, which I forgot that I added Rumble if anybody is on there, but I forgot to add it onto StreamYard because Rumble is still kind of outdated. So like you have to like do a lot of like shit in order to add it to a stream. But yeah, so now we're on Rumble and YouTube and Twitch. Make sure to hit the subscribe button on all of those. Subscribing is free on YouTube and Rumble. Sharing is caring. Did you say that the cow was Hamas? Hamoose? I feel like everybody feels that way about their cat. It's kind of true. Cats, I mean, I'm not trying, don't get me wrong. I don't want to piss off the cat people because I'm definitely a dog person. But cats are kind of low-key rude. You know what I mean? Like my sister's cat is really cute, but she's rude. Why not Kick if you have a multi-stream? Can you stream on Kick and all the other ones at the same time? Shark Moss? Char Moss? Yeah, I showed you guys my really beautiful Shark Moss drawing, didn't I? Yeah, I feel like everybody says that about cats. Uh, Sorry, I was looking for the photo. See, because I was so proud of it, I made it myself. I made this, you guys. The graphic. Sharmas. Do you guys like my art? Wait, what cow are you guys talking about? Did you see that the cow? No. No, I missed that. Hold on, let me try to find it. Let's see here. Cow. People. I don't. Does anybody have a link? Oh, Johan, you found it. Okay, hold on. I'm going to grab it. Wait. Okay, so now, hold on, I'm getting it. We're gonna look at cow moss. Because now cows are Hamas. Cow. Wait. Oh, this isn't an article. Hold on, I was looking for the article that you sent. This isn't bloody, is it? Or like too graphic? Sorry, I didn't see it yet. It's not too graphic, is it? Right. No, not at all. Oh, okay. It's not. It's not. Okay. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't too graphic or bloody or whatever. But you're right. It says no, not at all. He just headbutts him and runs away. Okay, I'm gonna share it. Why are they chasing down the cow? Oh! I like the person being like, oh! Cows don't like to listen. Cows don't like to be trapped. Okay. Yes, based cow moss. Oh, so funny. Amazing. Amazing. The cow has a right to defend itself. Listen. The cow wasn't doing anything except for trying to live his life. And look at how, see, he's just trotting. The cow is just trotting. He's just living his best move. And then they corner him. He's trying to live his best life. He's trotting and he's just minding his own business, okay? He's minding his own business. And then they corner him. Literally, they corner him. So cows have a right to defend themselves. Wait. Oh, it didn't bring me to the link. I was trying to, somebody had sent me a TikTok link, but I guess it didn't. Oh, Boney. Old Boney gifted 5 tier 1 subs to I Am Blakely's community. They've gifted a total of 61 subs to this channel. Thank you, Boney. Everybody shout out Boney. Everybody shout out to Boney. I am dropping gifts like it's Christmas. Shout out. Yes. See, I like on Twitch that you can actually see the dancing. Like, see, like you can see the dancing. Amazing. Thank you, Boney. Yeah, it's the pew 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 pew. Thank you. Oh my gosh, that cow video, amazing. Amazing. Cow moss. Cow moss. Cow moose. Yes. Big love to old Boney Bird. Yes. That's awesome. That emote is so funny. Oh my gosh. We're going to be so lit on Twitch that they're going to ask me to be a partner. They're going to ask me to be a partner soon. I know it. I can feel it, guys. Because we're getting so lit on Twitch. Trees are Hamas. We're getting so lit on Twitch. They're gonna ask me to be a partner soon. Watch. That's a really funny emoji or emote. The gremlin rise. Wait, what is that lady? Galactic Get Swifty. That's funny. Oh, did I tell you guys that I ordered yes, I love that one. Did I tell you guys that I ordered lavender to try to make lavender lattes? I haven't gotten it yet, but I didn't realize that they looked like petals. They look like they're actual petals, so like I don't really know how I'm supposed to make that into a lavender latte, but yeah, they're like actual petals. Like little tiny like petals. Oh, I need more coffee. I need more coffee. I wish I had the lavender now. I don't have it yet. Okay, I got a random question for you guys. This is super random, but I want everybody's thoughts. Is it okay to eat meat past its sell-by date or no? Like, are they just trying to fearmonger with the sell-by date, or should I take their sell-by date seriously? It's only been like a day. Like it said use or freeze by yesterday. Yes, I did. And also that's one of the reasons why the fires are getting so bad. That's one of the reasons why the fires are getting so bad is because they're planting trees that don't belong there. Oh, look at Shaky in the background. It's more of a judgment call. Their date is usually to protect themselves. Okay, yeah. I mean, it's one thing if it were like a week, but like it literally was use or sell. It said use or freeze by yesterday. I'm like, if it's only a day, it should be okay, right? I just don't want to throw it away, you know? I hate throwing food away. Yeah, that's how the fire started. I mean, the settlers actually started it, which is funny how it actually unironically backfired. Yeah, I guess I will. I'll have to just smell it. Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep it. And you're right. Smell it and then smell it while I'm cooking it. Because obviously it sucks when you eat something gone bad. I drank like gone bad. I actually think I was on stream with you guys when I did it. When I accidentally drank some milk, almond milk that was like bad. I want to make oat milk lattes. It's impossible not to waste food with kids. Not if you were my parents. My parents used to make me eat fucking slop. Disgusting, like old leftovers, or be like, and then if I would complain, they'd be like, there are kids in China who are starving. Yeah, it's only one day. Okay, yeah, it should be okay. No, you guys are right. You guys are right. But actually, here's the other question, okay? If I cook it and it's okay, even though the sell-by date was yesterday, can I eat it over the next couple days, or do I have to eat it today? Like, would it be okay if I made it and then, because I'm using it for a recipe, would it be okay if I made it and then ate it over the next 2 days, or do I need to eat it today? Oh, that's so sweet, Bodhi. Thank you. No, I really appreciate that. That's so sweet. I appreciate you a lot. I appreciate all of you guys. You can support me, yes, in other ways by donating to my Venmo or Cash App or supporting me monthly on Patreon or Ko-Fi. Cook it and then stick it in the fridge, no problem. If it's okay in the first place, treat it like you normally would. Yeah, 48 hours. Okay. I think, you know what? I think you guys are right. You guys are right. I think that's okay. Sometimes it's hard to tell. But if it smells okay, it should be fine, right? I would cook it ASAP though. I'm going to. I'm going to cook it. I'm going to. I'm going to cook it probably right after I finish this stream well, actually, I don't know if I'm going to have time to do that because I have to get ready for my doctor appointment, my dentist appointment. I'm still oh, what the cow moss. Man, that's such a good point, and actually like low-key devastating point. You're right. They're literally gutting just like safety standards in this country, is if we already didn't have issues. Like we already have issues with food safety here. And they want to gut the standards more. They're doing shit no one asked for. Literally no one. No one asked you to cut cancer research. No one asked you to cut the FDA's food safety testing. They're also cutting the funding of vaccine research, which regardless of how you feel about vaccines, if you like vaccines or not, or if you're an anti-vaxxer or not, whatever, the research of them is good, actually. like we should be researching this shit, you know? Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Thank you. I know I have many. I have many that are coming up. I have one on Wednesday because there is a tooth in the back of my upper mouth that hurts really bad. It's like in pain. And then it is next week. I don't know if I told you guys this or not, but I'm honestly kind of dreading it. Next Wednesday, I am starting the implant process. Yeah, she is, and it's crazy. It's crazy. Like she's even against she's not like just against the mRNA vaccines from like the COVID vaccine. She's against like any vaccine, which is wild. Oh yeah, they do that all the time. Yeah, but I'm gonna have that appointment next week, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like honestly dreading it. I'm dreading it. Starting the implant process. Ugh. You can get a bone spur in your mouth? That's crazy. I didn't know that. They have to do a bone graft on mine because my implants are going to be in the front. So I guess they have to do a bone graft. It's really gross. Bro, I know. That's what's so fucking crazy about it. That's what's so crazy is that like and I know we've talked about this before a lot. It's why I said I couldn't go out of the country to get it done because it's a multi-step process. And the first step in that process is taking these out. So I'm going to just be like toothless. Like the first process could be taking them out, but they're not going to put something there right away. So it's like, I'm going to be toothless. Oh, man. And yet, it's crazy. Yeah, which I won't be able to do because I'll have maxed out my care credit. Like, I'm gonna have to use my care credit to even do this, and I'll have maxed it out, so I won't even be able to get that extra. Meanwhile, some racist lady has raised almost like $500,000 because she called some kid the N-word. Thank you. Please make sure to like it then and subscribe to the channel. How will you be able to vlog with no teeth? I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Yeah, make sure that you like the stream, please, no matter where you're watching it, and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, it is insane. It's fucking insane. It's, and the people that compare it to what is the guy's name that Carmelo Anthony, the people that are comparing it to Carmelo Anthony, it's so disgusting. It's so not even the same thing. Yes, thank you, Boney. Yeah, it's not even the same thing. It's not even close to the same thing. They're not even in the same ballpark. Like, somebody wanting representation for a serious fucking issue like a murder that you're going to have to go to court and you'll need legal representation because your freedom is at stake is so not even in the same fucking realm as some bitch calling a 5-year-old autistic kid the N-word. Like, what are we doing? This is insane. This is why Black people don't like us, okay? Because we're never beating the racism allegations. Like, what the fuck? Oh no. I know, isn't it? It's really horrible. It's fucking awful. I could get a bridge. Wait, where'd he go? Longshoff. I could get a bridge, but he said that it would be unlikely to last as long. And that it would be better to have something that was actually permanent in each, especially because it's my front teeth. I know, claimed it's for her family's safety. Lamau. Safety for what? Okay. No one's threatening you or telling, like, it's not the same. Okay, if somebody, like, you know, do I believe that people should be doxing her? No, of course I don't. Doxing is wrong. You shouldn't be doxing people. Threatening people's physical safety, doxing them, whatever. Don't do that. But people blasting you on the internet is not threatening your safety, bro. Like, people calling you out for being a racist is not threatening your safety. But that's what racists always say. It's always about their safety, And just the idea that people are treating this woman like she's a victim or like she did even worse, not just a victim. People are acting like she did something heroic. Like, oh yeah, man, you're so brave. You really stuck it to the 5-year-old autistic kid. Like, it's insane. This is an extreme reaction and white lash, I feel like, to Black Lives Matter and to the quote unquote wokeness of the last couple of years. Because I don't think that people would be treating her like she was a martyr if this wasn't some, I'm not saying people wouldn't be racist regardless and defend her and donate to her. I'm sure they would. But if you look at the comments people are making, the things that people are sharing, and I'm not just talking about randos, I'm talking about like political influencers online and shit and writers, people who actually write for political outlets are sharing it like she did something fucking heroic for the cause. What cause? White supremacy? I don't think it would have had that exact reaction if it wasn't a bunch of basically really like racist backlash, white lash, enrage from white people to what they perceive as wokeness and DEI and basically them just being mad about Black Lives Matter. Yeah, but I think it's darker than that. Yeah, she's raised 400,000. It's so disgusting. And there are people that could really use that. First of all, like I said, I hate these platforms anyway, even though I understand why people use them. I've used it before. I might even use it again for my teeth. I hate that we even have to. People should not have to rely on these platforms for healthcare. But it also disgusts me that I see same people's pages on that Give, Send, Go, and there's people that are asking for help for legitimate things, for healthcare costs. No one's donating to them, but everyone runs to rally around this fucking racist. And people are like, oh yeah, it's just a Karen. But to me, it's darker than that. It's not just a Karen. Like, to me, like a Karen is like often like, just like a racist woman who's whining because she didn't get her way, so she called the police. Like, not to say that that's not dangerous, because obviously the whole point of bringing attention to that was because it can be dangerous to Black people's lives when white Karens just fucking call the cops on them. But what I'm saying is, I think this is even darker and more sinister, because this is a woman that is getting praised as a martyr and a hero and somebody that should be looked up to for literally using racial slurs against a child. That's sick. And she's a fucking grifter. Why do you keep raising it? You made it $100,000, then you moved it up to $250,000. Now you want $1 million? Like, I'm sorry, are we not seeing this grift? It's crazy. I hear your thought process. I know. I'm like, I need to set up a GoFundMe for my teeth, for my implants and all the debt I'm going to be in for fixing my teeth. Maybe if I go to the park and just start screaming the N-word at children, I can raise $1 million. Like, this is fucking... I'm so sorry, but this country is so fucking unserious. Again, and then people cry and ask why. These are the same people, by the way, all these white people that are defending this were the same people that were crying over Carmelo Anthony raising money for his legal fund. In fact, there have been racist people since this happened that have said just as much. They said, oh, the only reason why people were raising money for this racist white woman is because they were upset about the way that Carmelo Anthony was getting money raised for him. Again, that's not the same thing. They're not even in the same fucking ballpark. Okay. And why didn't you guys have any of that energy for Kyle Rittenhouse or Daniel Penny? They didn't have that energy for that. All of you guys, like all of the like racists that were raising money for Daniel Penny and Kyle Rittenhouse, were all about the cause for them. But then Carmelo Anthony raises money, and then they're like, oh, look at all this anti-white hatred. Now we have to raise a bunch of money for this white woman calling a 5-year-old autistic kid the N-word because Carmelo Anthony. Why can't he have a legal fund? Again, his freedom is at stake. It's a serious thing to need to raise money for. It's for a legal defense. Like, it's so fucking embarrassing. And then when I say, because people were arguing with me about this last night, they're like, oh no, that's not the same thing. And then I'm like, it actually isn't the same thing at all in the same fucking universe because of that. And then some idiot wrote like, his age doesn't matter. No, his age absolutely does matter. It would have been already disgusting. It would have been already deplorable had she started screaming the N-word at an adult. Okay. Like that. Remember that woman that was doing it? Like a couple weeks ago, there was a woman that was in a car and she was screaming the N-word at some woman in her car. I forget what the background circumstances were. But they were both adults, and it's already horrible then. You're not going to convince me that it doesn't make it even more sick, even more fucked up, and even darker that you're doing that to a child. The kid is 5 years old and autistic. Like, my point is, like, it wouldn't have been okay even if he were an adult, but yes, it makes it more sick to me that he's a kid. Like, you're fucking sick. You're psycho. You're evil. Because people who how could you do that to a child? He has barely had any life to live. And you're already treating him like that. And you have a kid? Bitch, you're not fit to be a mom. Where's CPS when you need them? I know. It honestly upsets me so much that that they're having this reaction, that she's getting it. I know. It upsets me so much. The outpouring she's getting, and then it's like, well, then you can't cry then that Black people don't like us. When people are always crying, oh, Black people don't like white people. Black people don't like white people. Well, what do you think that is, bro? Maybe shit like this? Maybe shit like this? Well, it's certainly the same energy. I know, seriously. Just absolutely despicable behavior. It just makes me so sad for the kid. I can't imagine what his parents are going through. That's what I kept thinking about. I kept thinking about his parents, like his mom, his dad. I'm sure that I don't know the circumstances surrounding why the kid was there. Was he alone? Was he there with a friend? Was he there with his parents? I don't know. But, I couldn't help but think like how upsetting and hurtful and the indignity in which that she treated him with, that must have made his parents feel. That made me so sad just thinking about that. I don't know how you don't think about that. Like what, just like on a human level. I just don't get how people don't think about these things on a human level. How could you not think about like how awful that is for the child, for the mother, for the father, for his family? Like it's so awful. How do you not care? Yeah. Yeah, because of course, because they are racist. Um, it's really depressing. And I would feel, and it just makes me think like, makes me sad because it's like, imagine being a Black person and seeing all of that and seeing that's what it's not like Black people don't know. Of course, Black people know. They know. They obviously are going to be more attuned to this kind of shit than anybody. It's the racism is happening to them. But it also made me really sad to think about if you're any person who is Black at all, regardless of your age, and you see that give, send, go, and you see the amount of money being raised, and you see the comments of all these people cheering her and praising her and acting like she's some hero. It's like, it just makes me sad. It's like, that's like, that would be, you're just, I don't know. I just feel like it would be really like hard to like, I feel like so sad thinking about that, like Black people like having to see that. And again, it's not like, cause I hate when like, I just try to like say what I'm feeling about something and people will be like, well, it shouldn't be a surprise. Well, I didn't say it was a surprise. I'm not saying any Black person is surprised at that level of racism, but you don't have to be surprised by something to still be disgusted by it, to still be sad. And it's sad to me, even though I'm not surprised, to think that there are going to be a lot of Black people, a lot of young Black people who maybe aren't as confident in themselves yet. Maybe a 15-year-old girl who is struggling with her identity and struggling to accept herself the way she is. Maybe a Black trans girl sees that and is struggling already to accept herself for who she is. And to see that level of hatred just because of who you are. It just makes me so sad. And you don't have to be like surprised by that. Like, I don't know. People are sick. Like, you're a sick fuck if you think that like that's a fine fucking donation, like thing to donate to. There are people who literally are dying because they need a kidney. Go fucking donate to them. Go donate to the child who has cancer and Medicaid got cut in Florida and so they don't fucking have any money. But they want to whine about Carmelo Anthony raising money for his legal defense, which he has every fucking right to do. Every right to do. His freedom is on the line. And he is entitled to a fucking fair trial. I don't know if Carmelo Anthony is guilty or not. I don't know. We're going to have to see how that plays out in court. But he has a right to a fucking fair trial. You don't know if he's guilty. How do you know? It wasn't on video. So he, like every other fucking American, has a right to a fair trial and he has right to representation. And Black people or anybody has the right to donate so that he can have that fair trial. I like all these idiots acting like they're shocked. Like, oh, I can't believe all these people. Why? You bitches had no problem understanding it when it was Kyle Rittenhouse. You had no fucking problem understanding it when it was Daniel Penny. Hey, Harpy. Harpy, am I just getting your name wrong or like you happen to have the same name as somebody, or were you the one who messaged me on Patreon? I'm just curious. You did message. Okay, that was you. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I did respond to you, and I actually also reached out in Discord too to the mods because I was, if I'm being honest, like I wasn't totally 100% sure what you were. Like I wasn't totally sure what you were talking about, and so I was trying to get clarification. Don't worry, I'm not going to like reveal the conversation. I'm just saying, like as a general thing, I wasn't totally 100% sure what you were referring to. So I did ask the mods in Discord if they knew anything about it or like for clarification. Who shared the campaign? I was calling to action. Yes. Okay. So it's funny. I don't know, Harpy, how long you've been in here, but we've been talking about that. Not the reporting part, but we actually were just talking about that give, send, go and that racist raising all the money. It is truly disgusting. It's disgusting. And if people want to report it, yeah, it's a free country. You're allowed to report. Share the campaign. Yes, to inform shithousery. Short day means no Rumble today. Yeah, that is correct. I currently am streaming on Rumble right now because I wanted to give Rumble a little bit of love. But yeah, I won't be able to today because I have to get ready for my dentist appointment. I don't think I am gonna have time to make that. Excuse me. I don't think I am gonna have time to make that turkey, to make that ground turkey before I go. Going to sleep. All right. Good night, Johan. Thank you for being a great mod. Thank you. Shout out to Johan. Yeah, so it'll be shorter today. We're gonna stop at 2. Like around there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make some more coffee. Let's go in the kitchen. Ham. Oh, my little ham. My little ham. Yeah, I was just like, it makes me so mad. I don't know actually what made me more mad. I don't know if I was more mad that this racist raised that much fucking money. And the fact that she kept like it's such an obvious grift, like she keeps raising it. Like she keeps raising the amount. I don't know if that made me more mad or the fact that people are acting like she's a fucking hero. Like the whole thing is just maddening. Yeah, you smell it all sexy. Utterly maddening. One of these days, I'm going to get really, really good at making espresso. Okay. And one of these days, I'm going to take this off because I know I'll get coffee on it. And one of these days, I'm going to get really good at making flavored drinks too. Okay. This is my straw holder. Is this not the cutest glass? It's a dachshund. Oh my God. It's Yarman. I know. It's I saw it's so insane. I saw a bunch of people be like, yeah, it's about time white people start finally standing up to this. Standing up to what? Like to what? Oh my gosh. Insane. Wait, what's this? I'll check. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Harpy, there's nothing like too graphic in this clip you just sent, right? It's probably okay to stream. Hey, how's it going? Oh, it's not okay to stream, you don't think? Oh, okay. I'm going to share it. Yeah, this is the kind of woman, this woman's the kind of racist that will vote against her own interests just because she doesn't want Black people to also like have healthcare. Like that's the kind of, there's like a particular brand of white poor because this woman, not to be judgmental, okay, because you know I'm not hating or judging just people's appearances. I'm white trash too, okay, so I'm not, you know, from one white trash person to another, she kind of looks like white trash. She doesn't look like she was doing that well until now that she's raised all this money. But there seems to be this type of particular poor white person that is so angry about their lot in life and racist, and they blame everything on minorities and Black people. And so they'll vote against their own interests just so that Black people can't also have things. They'll be like, yeah, sure, we'll be poor forever and never have health care and keep voting for Republicans just as long as the Black people can't also swim in this swimming pool. Like literally.
The child? Did you call the child the word? Did you call him the child? Did you call the child the word? It is my own business. You call him a
Bro, also, like, why does the guy keep saying it? That's what, like, it was kind of throwing me when I first saw it. I'm like, why do you keep saying it? You could say, like, did you call the kid the N-word? Like, you don't need to keep saying it over and over again.
Okay, why don't you have the balls to say it right now again? Okay. All right, that's what you say.
Shit, I should have turned my ice on, like my ice machine on like an hour ago.
Nobody digging into your shit.
A little kid just did, you dumbass.
That little kid, you call him a
What's so insane and absurd about this is that they're like, oh, well, he dug into my shit. First of all, I'm pretty sure they did report the kid as autistic. But second of all, let's say he's not. Let's say he's not autistic. Let's say he went into the bag and stole something, right? The idea that that is going to offend you to the point where you're going to say some fucking insane racist shit like that. It's a kid. Kids do shit. Like, have you never been around a 5-year-old? Like, it's so crazy to me that she's like, well, he took something. Wait. I don't love Rumble, but you can't say anything. Exactly. You can't. They're so censorious. It's crazy. I know, right? But like, right. First of all, it's insane. But like, why would you, even if the kid did go in there and steal something, why would you make a big deal about that? Kids do shit. Yeah, kids do shit. Kids steal shit. I stole shit when I was 5. I stole gum, like, you know, those pink bubble gum things that like roll out like tape. When I was like 4 or 5, I stole some of that from a grocery store and put it in my underwear so that I wouldn't get caught. My dad made me return it. Okay. And I thought, and they were like playing like they were going to arrest me. And it was horrifying. Okay. Close. I'm not Blakey. I'm Blake Lee. Yeah, that's my point. It doesn't just fucking justify. First of all, you're a psycho if you're treating a kid like that. In any capacity, like, you shouldn't have children. You shouldn't be around children. And there is no excuse for it. Oh, baby, I think Eggy has to go out. Can you let him out? I think he has to go. Oh, Ham. Oh. I mean, at this point, she says he's stealing because she knew if she accused him of a crime. Yeah. It's so insane. It really is.
little child?
What if he acts like one? He's gonna.
Are you about to hit him? You chase him here?
He took my son's stuff.
So that gives you the right to call a child 5-year-old and the N-word.
If that's what he's gonna act.
That's
like.
what you're gonna call him.
That's what he's gonna act like.
You know, that's a hate speech, and you can be recorded for that.
I don't give a.
Huh. Okay, we'll see about that, what the internet has to say about you.
The kid she's going after has autism. He doesn't behave in a neurotypical way. And even if he didn't have autism, nothing he could have done would justify her calling him slurs and pursuing him physically, which is what she says she was doing before this guy intervened. He said after he stopped recording, she sat down, hurled more slurs, told him and his wife that they should leave the country, and then got on the phone and acted like she was calling someone to come down there and handle things. Fortunately, no one came, and eventually she packed up her child and left. But this woman is a danger to children.
Yes.
She doesn't need to be on a playground or around other kids. And she has at least one child of her own, which is also concerning.
Sadly, it's taken a very, very bad turn, a turn for the worse even. There's a mom, Shiloh Hendricks, going viral on the internet right now. She told a kid who, by the way, when you actually look at the picture, the kid is like pretty decent sized child. He was rummaging through her bag and stealing her children's, I guess, toys or whatever.
The idea that even if he were older, that would make it okay. How does that make it okay? Let's say he's 8. Okay, he's not, but let's say he's 8. Would that make it better? No.
Out of her bag. She tells him to fuck off, essentially, which when you look at the video, the guy filming the video, he's a Somali
Oh, you're so brave for telling the little kid to F off.
Hassan, whatever. This is whites having enough of it. We're sick of being bullied in our own country. And
enough of what? Being bullied. You've had enough of being bullied by a 5-year-old? What the?
Now he's trying to get her life ruined. He's like, oh, this is hate speech. There will be consequences. I'm sorry. This is America. You have free speech in this country. This is white people fine.
Oh, now you care about free speech. Now you care about free speech. That's so funny. Isn't it so funny how the right and racists and bigots and Zionists, they all really care about free speech when it comes to their right to say racial slurs and harass Black people. Then all of a sudden they really care about the First Amendment. But then when it comes to criticizing the Israeli regime, all of a sudden they're not interested in free speech anymore. They're not interested in your First Amendment.
Finally being fed up with this. And the fact that we have brown people trying to take away white people's rights in a white country.
Who? This is so deranged. Who's trying to take away white people's rights? Like, this is so demented. Who's trying to take white people's rights away? Black and brown people are trying to take white people's rights away. How? I mean, I have seen some assaults on our First Amendment and our freedom of speech, but it's not coming from Black and brown people in this country. It's coming from a foreign government and a lobby that has a lot of blue and white in its flag. No, but it's so deranged that they're like, that she's like, we're standing up to it. We're tired of them taking our rights away. What rights? What rights of yours are getting taken away? Aside from the speech rights of ours that are under attack by the Israeli lobby.
When we have the Constitution and freedom of speech, and they come from their countries where you can be locked up for hate speech. This is just disgusting. This is everything wrong with immigrants. This is everything wrong with brown people in our country. And this is why we need to kick them all out. This is white people's country. This is a white country for white people. These people are not welcome. And I'm glad to see people are finally standing up. So stand with her. And everybody's trying to, on her and spin the narrative and ruin her life. But if you can
spin the narrative, spin what narrative? You're saying it out loud. You're a psycho. You're a racist. You're delusional. You think that Black and brown people are coming to take your rights away because you think you own the fucking country. Is a white country for white people? Bitch, that is so ridiculous. First of all of us know, and I'm sure she does too, that this country was colonized by white people. She doesn't look fucking indigenous to me, okay? Unless you're going off the Elizabeth Warren test. That's number one. Number two, Black people have been here since day one, okay? For as long as white people have been here, Black people have been here too, because they took them and brought them here. Number three, this country, as far as it exists today, is because of immigration. as the country exists today, as a multicultural, multiracial society, is because of immigration. Bitch, what are you on about? If you want to live in a white ethno state, go move to Switzerland or whatever. Yeah, exactly. What do you think this is, Norway? Get out of here. If you want to go live in an all-white country, go to fucking Scandinavia or whatever.
Some give some to her because W mom of the year.
First off, that
This is so
child is
insane.
reportedly
Mom of the year because she beat up on a little black kid. Totally fucking deranged. And because you're so brave, because you're standing up. You're standing up to all the white people's rights that are getting taken away. And the part that I do actually find so ironic about that is that actually all of our rights are actually under assault, like for real, by the Israeli regime and their lobby. Like that's actually happening. But they don't care about that. They just want to blame black and brown people and say that we're taking our rights away. I guess the right to say the N-word? No, you can still say it, but you should have to be accountable for it. This is so crazy.
autistic. So, as I've said in a previous video, since I have a kid, I have seen this behavior. Kids take other kids' stuff. Kids also need to know what is for play and what isn't. They're still developing their brains. They're still trying to understand the world around them.
Right.
And she got mad at a reportedly autistic black child because that child went through her bag. So she thought,
Also,
in her brain that is clearly still developing, that
because why wouldn't you think that a good response would be to tell the kids like, hey, you share? I don't know. So he can. Yeah, well, they do love using free prison labor. Like, you can tell a kid, a part of kids getting older and learning is like you have to share. My sister has 2 daughters, and her younger daughter will oftentimes not want to share, and my sister has to interrupt her and say, like, you have to share. This is kind of a basic parenting 101, and I'm not even a parent.
it was wise to hurl racial slurs repeatedly at a 5-year-old. And then when called out on it, she chickened out and then immediately reversed course and owned her bigotry, which is disgusting. It is disgusting. And what's even more disgusting is there's a Give, Send, Go that was launched where she wrote, "My name is Shiloh, and I have been put into a very dire situation." Oh, a dire situation of your own doing? A situation that you put yourself in?
Bro,
By
also
being a
it's not
racist?
Geiger. My
The
God.
victim complex, man. It's insane. I recently had a kid steal from my 18-month-old son's diaper bag at a park. As I stated, and maybe some of y'all are not parents, or you don't work in child development, or you're not a teacher, a guidance counselor, whatever. Kids do this.
They do it all the time. It's normal. And again, you don't even have to be a parent to know that. I don't have any kids, but my sisters do. And this is totally normal. This is what they do.
All the time. All the time. They are learning boundaries.
Exactly.
Them messing
That's the
up
word I was
at a
looking for.
park
Boundaries.
is akin to the air we breathe. It happens. There is no universe where this is acceptable behavior. What would happen is you would say, oh, no, that's not for play. I'm sorry. And then you would look around, maybe see the parents and say, oh, I'm sorry, and just play it off. What she did was escalate the entire situation, but I digress. I called the kid out for what he was. Another man who we recently found out had a history with law enforcement proceeded to record me and follow me to my car. Whatever his history may be, he documented you being a racist. He then posted these videos online, which has caused my family and myself great turmoil. Again, not owning up to it at all. At all. Turning it around and saying, no, it's your fault.
Well, actually.
And it's this black kid's fault who is behaving like a, and then she said it in the video. Insane. And she's being rewarded. Her goal is to raise $1 million. She is already over $330,000.
That's the, I really can't.
And if one were to scroll underneath, what you would see is pleas for donations of saving kids from going into the foster system. A man raising money fighting cancer. And then also a man fighting against melanoma. But no.
They don't care to raise money for that.
Can't help their fellow man. They give to her.
Even more diabolical about this is the comments that people are leaving for her when they donate money. Do what you need to do. You have our support against these swine. It's okay to be white. Many people have reported her fundraiser, but they're not listening and they're continuing to let it go on and for her to raise money, which is insane.
The website GiveSendGo refuses to take it down. For reference, some of their past tweets. Today is National Day of Prayer. As a faith-founded company, we call every campaign organizer to pray with them. Prayer is in our DNA. We encourage you to take a moment today and pray for yourself. I don't know why yourself is 2 words. Your family, our leaders, strangers, needs, issues. Give it all to him.
If it's so Christian, then why are all the donations going to this racist instead of helping people who actually need it? How come their fundraisers aren't gaining any traction? How come their fundraisers aren't getting any?
Yeah. They also retweeted this message. Your site really doesn't get enough credit for being a true free speech platform. When you're getting outrage from both sides, you're doing something right. No. Depends on your stance, I suppose. For example, if I were to say that I think healthcare is a human right and the libs get mad at me and MAGA gets mad at me, yeah, I am doing something right in that instance. But if you're saying that left and right are getting mad at this person when it's predominantly righties that are applauding this, well, my friend, you are just simply out of touch.
Oh, so that's
Shameful
not always
also
true.
that they
Sometimes
post,
people are all mad because it's bad.
boxing videos and fight videos and stuff. That's a shame. One user wrote 300,000 in one day. Here I am, a black kid, and I can't even raise 300,000 in a year, and I do a ton for my community. Exactly, because those pro-lifers, all they care about are the Shilohs of the world. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports, and or go to tyt.com/join.
That's fucking crazy. That's yeah. It's raised over $500,000. That's dark as fuck. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. These people are trash. It's supposedly a Christian pro-life platform. Really. But you can't even raise 5,000. Not even 5,000 for a child who has cancer. Yep. Well, that's a dark thing to have to end the stream on, because I gotta start getting ready. Gotta go to my appointment soon. Wish me luck, everyone. Yes, for real. I think there is going to be one 2028 that we got to start planning for now. I know, it's such a fucking grift. It really is such a grift. This is so embarrassing. Yeah, so all right, wrapping this up. Make sure to subscribe if you're not to all the channels, and I will see you guys on Thursday. In the meantime, on all the other platforms, thank you for joining the mini stream. I love you all. Yes, you can support me by becoming a patron or on Ko-Fi or tipping on Venmo or Cash App. Join the Discord. Yes. Thank you guys so much. Do wish me luck. And I will see you guys on Thursday. Bye, everyone. Free Palestine.